friends, welcome to Carrie's Culinary Crafts, where we talk all things food. Today, I am doing a weekend food prep video. Getting ready for the week coming up. I'm going to go ahead and do the few things that we need. I need to make salads in a jar for me, my husband, and my son. And I'm going to go ahead and make some yogurt that I need to make for breakfast for this week. And then I'm going to finish off tonight with another zucchini recipe to go along with this zucchini series. The zucchini series, I'm just doing like some different things that you can do with zucchini. A lot of people have an abundance amount of zucchini right now, and they're always looking for some new recipes other than zucchini bread to make with them. So I am going to make today a Mediterranean zucchini dish. So come hang out with me and we will have a food prep day and cook up some more zucchini. And I've got some more corn on the cob to put on the grill. So I'm going to start off early morning today and get some yogurt started. I have some organic ultra pasteurized milk here, and I have fat-free. You don't have to use fat-free. You can use full fat, 2%, whatever you like. But this recipe that I'm doing in the Instant Pot, you need to have the ultra pasteurized. This is the easy one-step process way to make yogurt. And it's my favorite way to do it. So I'm just going to go ahead and dump in the entire carton here of the organic fat-free ultra pasteurized milk. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in about 2 tablespoons of yogurt. Now remember, you want to use a yogurt as good as quality as you can, because the yogurt that you make is only going to be as good as your starter. So I have the Stonyfield organic Greek yogurt here, and this also is fat-free. But you can use full fat, you can use whatever kind you want. Just my husband and I prefer to have the fat-free. And that is all you do. You put about 2 tablespoons in there. I gave it a little mix, stuck it in the Instant Pot, and then I'm going to hit the yogurt button. And it's going to do its thing all day long today. It runs a cycle of about 8 hours. You can let it in longer than that if you would like, if you like it a little more tangy or so forth. But I generally find that the way that we like it is generally 8 to 10 tops hours at most. Now, I have one of these little molds here that are for the Instant Pot. I love to use these in order to make my my yogurt starters. So all I'm doing is putting about 2 tablespoons into each of these little cups in there, and then I will freeze these. And once they're frozen, then I'll pop them out and put them in a plastic bag. And then that way I will have starters for the next, oh, how many does this hold? 7? The next 7 times that I make yogurt, I will use these starters here. I still have plenty more yogurt in there, so I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it and use it as sour cream, or if I'm just going to go ahead and freeze some more yogurt starters. But for now, we're just going to start with this first set of 7. Okay, so now that the yogurt is done, I'm going to go ahead and mix up some yogurt. Now here I have one of those skinny syrups. There's my yogurt there. And this one is a white chocolate syrup, and that is what I am using as the sweetener. Here are some chia seeds. I always like to put chia seeds in it just for that extra nutrition. Um, but so first I'm going to go ahead and put just a wee little bit of this syrup. A little bit goes a long way. My husband and I don't like yogurt super sweet. We just like that hint of sweetness. So you just need a little splash of the sweetener on the bottom of your jar. So I'm going to go ahead and splash that syrup into all of these, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my yogurt. And I'm using half pint jars. I used to use the pint jars, and both my husband and I thought it was just a little bit too much in the morning. We generally do not eat a lot in the morning, so so we decided to go ahead and start doing the half pint jars. And then I went ahead and added a tablespoon of chia seeds into each of them, and I'm just giving them a quick stir. And then once they're all stirred up, I'm going to put lids on them, and then they will go in the refrigerator, and they will be ready for us for our breakfasts the next several days. I believe I made 10, or was it 8? Yeah, I made 10 half pints of yogurt. So that will be for my husband and I for an entire week. And yes, I have a little bit of an injury. Don't know for certain what it is. They're thinking it's this really, really long name that I can't even say, but it's something that's like further along than tendonitis. It's apparently much worse than that. But when I find out more, I'll let you guys know. Now here I'm going to go ahead and cook up some of my chicken, my marinated chicken that I have in order to do our salads in a jar. If you guys remember when I did that big chicken prep day where I did all those, marinated all those different chickens, chicken thighs and chicken breasts, chicken legs, and stuck them in the freezer so they were already marinated and ready for me to cook up whenever the time come. Today I am using a dill chicken recipe, or the dill chicken marinade. That's it. Dill chicken marinade. So it has been thawing in the refrigerator for probably the last like day and a half. So it's completely thawed. And I went ahead and put some herb butter in my pan, and it's nice and sizzling now. So I'm just going to go ahead and dump this dill chicken in there. And then I'm going to spread it out and put a lid on it and just cook it until it is done. Um, when you put a lid on it, it just cooks the inside of the chicken a little bit faster. So basically, I'm just going to leave it alone. I'll put the lid on it, leave it alone till I know that that underside is, nice and uh, nice and cooked on the bottom. And then I'll go ahead and flip them over to sear the other side. And then I'll finish cooking them into the center, and then I'll take a thermometer to test them to make sure that they are completely done before I remove them from the pan. And I will let them completely cool before I cut them up into chunks, and then I will assemble my jar, or my salads in a jar. Okay, so now the chicken is done, so I just removed it off of the burner and put the lid on it, and I'm just going to let it sit there until it cools off. And once it's completely cooled, then I will cut it up. And now I have all of my salad ingredients all together, and I'm going to go ahead and assemble my salads. Now, since I showed you another video on how to do this, I'm just going to speed through this really quickly. I am adding at the bottom, I am not putting dressing in this time because I have made several different dressings, so I'm just going to let people use whatever kind of dressing that they want. I've made an Italian dressing, I've made a ranch dressing, and I've made a golden poppy seed dressing. So, but I just went ahead and I put in some sunflower seeds, some pepitas, and some cranberries. We all love those three things, so I usually always put them in. And I put some carrots and cucumbers and eggs and cheese. And what else did I put in? Here I'm putting in the lettuce, but cucumbers, carrots, eggs. Yeah, that might be it. It's pretty basic. Just your lettuce, cucumbers, carrots, eggs, and then the pepitas and sunflower seeds and cranberries. And then we also have homemade croutons that we will um, put on whenever we have our salads. And that is it. I'll probably be doing these for the rest of the summer till my son goes back to school, because both my husband, and we just really enjoy salads for lunch. So it works out perfect. So I'll just go ahead probably and do this every weekend. So now I'm going to start prepping for dinner, and I am doing another of the zucchini series tonight. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and get some corn on the cob ready. When I was driving home the other day, I saw a farm stand that had corn on the cob, so I stopped and got a half dozen. It's not going to be that much longer that we're going to have some good corn on the cob. So try and get it as much as I can when it's in season. So I just spray it with my olive oil spray, and then salt and pepper, and then roll it around to season all the sides. Then I roll it up into the foil. And I will do this twice because I will be putting this on the grill again tonight. So I like to double wrap it in foil just to make sure that nothing burns in there. And like I did before with the corn on the cob, I peeled it the day before and then left it soak all night long in some ice cold water. So I'm just spraying the foil, spraying the corn, and then putting salt and pepper on it, rolling that corn around, and then rolling it up in the foil, and then double roll it. And now that I have my corn on the cob all done, I'm going to go ahead and prep some of the veggies for the zucchini dish tonight. And for right now, I'm going to go ahead and chop up the red onion. And yes, that was my young son that popped his head in there and waved. Anything for attention, I swear. And the other veggies that I'm going to put zucchini squash and yellow squash and garlic and jalapeno and tomatoes. Tomatoes will also go in here. I wish I had fresh tomatoes from the garden. I still don't have any that are red. They're still all green on the vine. So I am going to use last year's canned chopped tomatoes. Um, Sorry if you can hear that in the background. My son is cutting the grass and we have all of our windows open because it's a nice day today. Okay, now I'm going ahead and chopping up the yellow squash. And I have two small zucchinis and two small yellow squashes. The yellow squash I got from the farmer's market, and the zucchini was from my garden. They were very small. There's a couple more flowers that are on there, but those were the last two that were on my plant as of right now. Now I'm going ahead and chopping up a jalapeno. We'll put that in there as well. And then we have all of the chickpeas. Now these are chickpeas that I had home canned, and I just took them out of the quart jar and rinsed them really, really well. And here I'm going to add in a few cloves of garlic. And I will be cooking all of this stuff in the outdoor kitchen. I'll be doing the corn on the cob on the grill, and then I will be doing this zucchini dish, Philly cheesesteaks on the Blackstone. Now I'm fine just having this zucchini dish for dinner. I don't need the Philly cheesesteak, but my son will definitely want it. He won't eat much of the zucchini dish, but he definitely will eat the Philly cheesesteak and the corn on the cob. Okay, so now I got the Blackstone ready, and I got it nice and oiled up, and I added some red onions and garlic. And here I am just adding sirloin steak patties that I'm going to break up and use as the Philly cheesesteak. And over on the grill over there, I am putting the corn on the cob. You can't see that. I apologize for the angle. Now I'm going ahead and adding in all of my other veggies um, for the zucchini, Mediterranean zucchini skillet is what it's called, but I'm doing it on the Blackstone. And there is zucchini, yellow squash, chickpeas, onions, garlic. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think there's anything else yet. I will be adding some tomatoes in a little bit. And then to finish off the dish at the table, I will add feta cheese to it as well. And you can also add black olives to it to make it even more Mediterranean, but my family is not does not really care for black olives, so I just kind of skipped that step. But all of this comes together really quickly. I'm just, turning over and breaking up all of the sirloin steaks. And here I'm just adding some of my garlic herb butter. Added 2 dollops to the vegetables, and then added 1 dollop in with the steak here. Now this meal comes together really quick. The corn on the cob over on the grill takes about 8 to 10 minutes tops. You just got to keep rotating it, a quarter turn every 2 minutes until it's made its full rotation. And the veggies, the veggies are going to take the longest because I have the most of them. There's a lot of veggies and a lot of chickpeas and onions and zucchinis and so forth. But the Philly cheesesteaks, they're already done, so I'm going to go ahead and add the provolone, and I'm going to turn off that side of the grill because it does not need to cook anymore. It just needs to, the cheese just needs to melt. And now that everything's ready, I'm going to go ahead and sandwich up the Philly cheesesteak, and then I will get the veggies off the Blackstone and the corn, and I will bring you back for a finished plate. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is the second in the zucchini series. I have plenty more zucchini recipes coming, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. We would love to have you. And if you're like all of us that have lots of zucchini coming in the garden, definitely hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned and see all the different things that I do with zucchini.